Hey guys, this is the new Tell a Story series for the Lantern. I'm going to be showing you how I made the song today using Ableton and a couple of instruments here. We have a lot of cool artists coming up too, and I just want to emphasize the whole point of Tell a Story is for you to watch these videos, different perspectives of different art, and just get inspired. Go out there, do something you love, find something new that you love, and just go at it with the full passion. So yeah, let's dive right in. I'll show you how I made this song. One of the first things I like to do when I start a song is start with just a very basic piano. I don't know how to play piano. I look at it and I pretend it's a guitar. I play by ear, and so I'll just mess around with the keys until something kind of clicks. For this one, I started in A minor. After that, I put on some effects, like some delay, some reverbs, and I put a couple organs, and I got this little key section. I'm a huge fan of analog synthesizers and different drum machines, and so I use the emulated effects. This one was by Native Instruments. It's called Reactor. It's just a drum sequence, and when you combine it with those keys, you get a really cool, like, bouncy effect. Right here. I tossed in a drum set with an emphasis on the kick drum. And then after the kick drum, I love to go with a bass guitar and just start laying down some grooves. And this is the one I came up with. The goal was to try to align the bass with the kick, and so it turned out like this. This is the bass alone. And this is it with context of all the elements we have so far. Once I have a backing to the track, I guess, going, that's when I like to get on my guitar. I started off with this one. It's my Ibanez. It's an Ibanez S series. I absolutely love it. It is my workhorse guitar. I started laying down some clean guitar riffs. I'm a huge fan of echoes and reverb, so I put that on there. I used the higher strings of the guitar and kind of made this shaky vibrato noise, and it sounded like this. And you'll see those throughout the whole song. I like to reverse tracks and do that. You see this one build up. And after that, I used my acoustic guitar, this one right here. I love this guitar so much, and that one sounded like this. And then with all the guitars, we had something like this. Those are just the basic rhythm guitars. There's more fun with the lead guitars coming out. When we got to that solo, there's actually 5 guitar tracks on the same solo, and I wanted to get this kind of spacious effect going. And that was guitar solo take number 138, and I paired it with this effect track right here. With a rhythm guitar added. Go right into the vocals, and I have 3 main vocal tracks, just the lead and then 2 backing on each ear. And yeah, the goal of the song was to show, like, finding a light, finding your light. You can interpret that however you want. I wanted to portray the scene as in a dark forest, and so I say that in the lyrics right here. Dark forest, the night's growing black underneath me. Something I like to do when I write these songs is I try to paint a picture subconsciously of what I'm trying to get you to hear. One way I did this is by using a field recorder. It's just a portable recording device. They're super common. I wanted to record a series of sound effects. Talking about lanterns, old school gas lamps, the first thing I thought of was flames, so I recorded our fireplace. In New Mexico it snows, and it snows a lot actually. But you can hear just the fire sound. I recorded myself walking on a series of different leaves when I went on different hikes. I wanted to get the crunchy sound as if I was walking in a dark forest, and so that sounds like this. It was a little tricky at the time because I actually recorded those leaves in California, and it's really hard to find a spot where you can't hear a car, so I had to kind of time it so I could crunch on the leaves and then stop the recording before a car came. In addition to that, I found an owl sound and I kind of put some effects on it, and that's actually the drop to the song right here. I'm a huge fan of analog synthesizers. I used a plugin called Analog Dreams by Native Instruments. It looks like this. I used the synth preset called Darkest Dawn, and then messed with the knobs and the filters until I got this sound. I was kind of going for the dreamy effect, you could say. The last element that I added, I wanted the guitar solo to kick in. I wanted it to give kind of like this punch, I guess. It took me 8 tracks, and I made a choir, which sounds like this. When the guitar solo kicks in, so I always like to add a layer of like French horns and trombones to the mix. And I wanted it to ascend, so all together it sounds like this. I guess when you think of drums in a song, you maybe think of like a drum set, and I showed you that drum sequencer. But I actually had bongos, some miscellaneous drum samples. I had 7 drum tracks on the song total. Here's some bongos, right here. Dub kicks right here. This is just a little sample, I guess, of my writing process. Every song's different. Every song I like to just do what comes to me naturally. I don't like to be too serious about it, because when I'm too focused or serious about something, I get in a weird headspace and I can't finish the song. I go with the flow. And one of my biggest tips, I would say, is if you're working on something and you don't really like the direction it's going in, start canceling things that you absolutely hate. Instead of going for what you like, when you eliminate and subtract things, the elements you enjoy will stay there automatically. Before you know it, you're gonna have something that you really enjoy. Canceling out your weaknesses before understanding your strengths is huge. If you're taking a photo, if you're writing a song, if you're painting a picture, and you say, it's just not clicking, look at the picture, for example, and say, what color do I absolutely hate? And start subtracting it out, and you'll get back in your creative process. I think it's just important to keep expressing yourself and tell your story. So thank you so much for checking out this video on how I made the lantern. It would mean a lot if you tell me what you think about it. Just go out there and do what you love. Right on, guys. Take it easy.